We want to get to your other top stories this morning. President Trump still pushing for his big, beautiful bill to be passed by the 4th of July holiday. This bill, we know, is already passed in the House, now facing, though, some significant pushback from the Senate.
And this morning, a Minnesota senator is celebrating what she considers a big win against the president's plan. This bill has been controversial from the start. Democrats contend it goes too far. It'll balloon the deficit, give tax cuts to the wealthy, and cut too much from Medicaid.
President Trump is also dealing with infighting within his own party. And while some far-right Republicans argue that the cuts don't go far enough, others disagree. Outspoken Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, she posted on social media that she would have voted no if she had read the bill in its entirety, that bill that she'd voted yes on. Others say cuts to clean energy would cripple their economy.
Even former ally turned foe Elon Musk weighing in. Remember, Musk originally headed DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. Well, he since called the president's bill a disgusting abomination. Abomination, I should say. This morning on X, Musk says he regrets some posts attacking the president, saying they went too far. Barrett Leone joins us from the live desk with changes to this budget bill. And Barrett, also what this means and how a Minnesota lawmaker played a role in these changes.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about changes that would directly impact a pristine piece of Minnesota, the Boundary Waters. So mining was set to return up north with a provision in the president's big, beautiful bill until now. Democratic Senator Tina Smith says she successfully fought to remove this. She says deep in the bill, there was a provision to allow a Chilean-owned company permission to build a mine on the edge of the Boundary Waters. Mining advocates say a mining return would provide hundreds of new jobs to the area. Meanwhile, those opposing say a mine would heavily pollute the land.
In this environment where you have over 1,200 lakes in the Boundary Waters, that sulfuric acid will get into the entire water chain there, and it'll kill wild rice. It'll mobilize mercury that's otherwise inert, and the mercury will get into the water, into the plants, into the animals, and then into humans. So it's bad for human health and bad for the environment.
So again, last month, House Republicans passed a version of the bill that included that mining provision. Now the bill is in the hands of the Senate, which is making changes before bringing it to a vote. Of course, we'll keep you updated on air and online.
All right. Barrett, thank you.
Coming up on 6:05, and last week, a raid in Minneapolis, it sparked a backlash between community members, I should say, and federal officers. Well, now court documents are revealing just what led up to this chaotic scene. Take a look. This is why federal authorities were in town. Look at these pictures, because documents say 900 pounds of meth, that's what this is, seized, and what sparked an investigation. Federal agencies then carried out raids in 8 spots. These 8 spots, this is all throughout the metro. DHS says it's investigating a transnational drug trafficking and money laundering operation. Recent unrest over immigration arrests, though, led people to believe that federal officers were working with ICE. Well, now a community activist is facing federal charges for her alleged role in the protest. Here's Uba Ali with more.
The rhythm is there, but the absence of one dancer is being felt inside Roots Cafe.
I know personally that Isa is a caring human being and also just wants to fight for people's rights.
Prosecutors say 27-year-old Isabel Lopez was among the protesters on the ground on Lake Street and Bloomington Avenue as federal agents raided this Mexican restaurant for drugs and human trafficking. And Tuesday, she was indicted on federal charges, accused of assaulting, impeding, and resisting law enforcement. According to the complaint, Lopez is accused of punching, kicking, and throwing a softball at officers. Investigators say these still images from body-worn cameras show that act. Our cameras were rolling that day and shows a woman matching the pictures used by investigators throwing an object. According to investigators, it's because of these assaults, federal agents had to leave before they could collect all the evidence. But Joe Vital was with her that day.
At any point did you see Isa get physical?
No.
And says Lopez never gets physical and uses her words to get her message across.
It's somebody who's fiery, meaning that is somebody who's going to be the first to advocate for something that is wrong, meaning that she's using her words.
Now he's concerned about what this means for those who protest.
But it's something I'm fearful for younger folks going forward, especially when they advocate for themselves.
Uba Ali reporting there. Friends of Lopez say she's being held at the Sherburne County Jail. They plan to protest there later today. And coming up in our next half hour, we're going to dig deeper into the nationwide criminal drug trafficking ring that led mass federal raids across the metro.
An ex-state lawmaker charged in a sex sting wants the case against him dropped. Police arrested former Republican Senator Justin Eichhorn in an underage prostitution bust earlier this spring. The government then moved his case from the state to the federal court. Eichhorn's attorneys say that that's, quote, vindictive and selective prosecution simply because he was a public office holder. They also noted that the punishment for a federal conviction is more severe. Now, Eichhorn has already pleaded not guilty. His case is back in court next month.
A summer salute to military service is changing veterans' lives for the better. The Minnesota Assistance Council for Veterans, or MACV, welcomed hundreds of vets to its yearly event at CHS Field in St. Paul yesterday. Nearly 80 vendors and service providers help veterans with everything from getting haircuts to finding housing.
No matter who a veteran is connected with, they will get then connected with whatever it is that they need in their life. Today, you just have it all happening in one place. It's outstanding.
MACV says events like its Summer Salute help raise awareness about the resources available to help our veterans in need.